Hello everyone, so today I'm going to walk you through this website I made for a mom and pop store called Soaps R Us, and this is what the store looks like, but they actually want to create an online web store, so that's what I've done. And you can see the footer just has about the site as well as a Find Us. And on this website just has a couple of basic features that every online store should have, such as shop, which I'll just click on and demonstrate the shop page. So it has a couple of different soaps. Click on one of the soaps and it brings me to a little bit more information about the soap, as well as some reviews, but there are no reviews. I can actually write a review, so I want to just click add to cart. And then it comes to the cart, and then I can just check out, and it brings me to billing and shipping and all of that, pretty much just the standard stuff. Then it has an about page about the store, reviews, which would include reviews regarding for all the different soaps, but there are currently no reviews. Contact page, which has the address and hours of operation, and again the cart, which I showed you before. Also has this menu, which has pretty much the exact same pages as you can see right here. So I'm going to show you what it looks like and some of the themes and plugins that I've used to make this website as nice and as presentable. So first, I'm just going to show you appearances. So themes are really nice on WordPress because it can just make your website look a lot more visually appealing without really doing much, which is pretty nice, so saves you a lot of time. There are thousands and thousands of WordPress themes. You can search through them all, but this is the one that I've been using. It's called 2020, so it's a pretty basic theme. I actually added plugins to make it a little bit more nice, a little bit nicer. So if we go to the plugins, I have some of the plugins which include WooCommerce. That's what allows me to make this website a e-commerce website. So I've added WooCommerce Admin, which gives me reports and data regarding the products and customers. I'll give you a little bit more information about that in a second, as well as this Stripe gateway. And what that does is allows customers to purchase products using a credit card. And then also SEO is very important, so I have that as well. And then I also have this one, MailChimp, which it's actually not activated right now, but what it does is sends out newsletters and targets customers for either new products or new campaigns that the company has, so it's also really important. And then I also have this classic editor. I'll give you a little bit more information about what this looks like. So this is the classic editor. I've activated it. And then if we go into my pages, I can click on the about page, and this is what the classic editor looks like. So this is the old editor that WordPress has. Pretty simple. Just has the text. You can insert code or HTML or anything like that to make it a little bit more complicated and complex. But it's pretty simple. And then if we go into my other pages, which are a little bit more complicated, like the cart, this is just the WooCommerce code for the cart. So that's what it looks like in the old editor. And then I will just deactivate that right now so you can see what it looks like in the new Gutenberg editor for WordPress. So if we go back, and then we click the about title page, and then we can see it in the new editor, which uses blocks. And so blocks are kind of their way of showing what exactly it looks like in a block format, which is pretty much just like an object format. It's kind of how I like to think about it. So in the about page, fairly simple. It shows exactly what it would look like on the website, which is pretty nice, especially for beginners. I've never actually used WordPress before this, so I was not really familiar with the old way of WordPress, so I'm really just more familiar with the new Gutenberg style. So it's a lot easier for me to understand. I know for people who've been using WordPress for a while now, for years and years before this Gutenberg, thing launched, that they were saying that the classic way is better just because they're more familiar with it, and they understand the functions a lot more. So really, I think just depends on how familiar you are with WordPress. So I think it really just depends on that. But for me, let's just go back and we can click on the shop page, and you'll kind of see what that looks like with the new editor. It's a lot easier to understand for beginners. So this is what it looks like. You can actually just insert your products and then it'll show up right here. So if you just click on add, that's what I clicked on, all products, and that's what it would look like right over to the right. Or you can click on latest posts, reviews. So it's a lot more visual, and I think it's targeted for people who want to see exactly what they're doing, and I think that's a lot easier for new users and new people who've never created a website. So I really enjoy using Gutenberg. I know actually there were some kind of technical difficulties when I was creating this website, but overall I thought it was pretty easy to understand, and the functions were rather easy to understand. But I think it really just depends on how long you've known WordPress and so on and so on. So I recommend using Gutenberg for new users. I think it's a lot easier. But if you are someone who has been using WordPress, then definitely, if you're comfortable with staying with Classic, then definitely do that. But for me, I recommend Gutenberg, and it's what allowed me to create this website. So if you have any more questions or information, then just let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.